No, we can't.
We can't.
No, it's a league.
It's a league. Yeah.
Yep. Are we recording now? Are we on? Oh, I knew yes, but you're a producer, dog. We're just workers.
We're just here.
Thanks, bud.
You're a guest.
What's up, guys?
Technically.
I'm Joe Vargas, as usual. To my left is Maggie Macdian Duarte.
Look.
And we have a special guest, but we'll talk about it later.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I could do this, right? Hold on. We have a special guest. He's in the studio, guys. And here, I'll do this. So you can. Yeah, there he is. All right, and then I'll send it to him. So you guys can see who it is. Well, first and foremost. That's a that.
Told you I was coming right back.
It's a crispy. Oh. Stay tuned for the next bet. What's gonna happen?
I told her that El Caballo
El Caballo
was gonna beat Amo Williams.
El Caballo. I only caught those. I only caught the highlights. Did you watch the highlights or the whole fight?
I watched the whole fight, dog.
Serio?
No, I was at an event in Tijuana. Couldn't watch it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I just knew he was gonna pull it off.
Yeah. Solid. He knocked him down the second.
Yeah.
The highlights are kind of quick.
Amo Williams don't convince me, dog. So
Well, it seems to me, I'm not sure because I haven't really watched him fight too much. I only watched the previous fight, which was supposed to be Adames.
Yeah.
He fought against the guy whose name is Wendy. That fight, it seems like he doesn't have enough pop to keep these guys off of him. I don't know if maybe I'm just gauging off a couple whatever performances, but he I'll give it to him. He tried. He tried. He really did.
Yeah.
He put up a fight. But I just think that Adames is just too much. You know, obviously. I remember his fight against Shiraz. I actually had him winning that fight. And for those who watch boxing, know that if you are in the guy's backyard and you get a draw,
that's a win.
Probably won.
That's a win for you.
Yeah, you probably won. So everybody wants to talk about Shiraz had a fucked up hand and want. Put him in there again. Fuck it.
Yep.
Put him in there again. Get that rematch against the world champion. So why not? But yeah, that's the only fight I caught the boxing league fights. You know what? I think that the boxing league, it's not too far away from actually
big.
Yeah, making some noise. It's a very interesting format. I caught the first. I've seen a couple rounds here and there before, but this is the first time I see the fights from start to finish. It's an interesting format. It's actually kind of cool because you're going in there just one round with somebody you probably see each other every now and then, you know what I mean? But that one round, although it's only 3 minutes, I saw a guy get knocked out, so the danger is still there of getting knocked out with small gloves and all that stuff, even though it's just one round. But it's almost like speed chess. You have to figure everything out. It's like
forcing the fight.
Yeah.
Forcing the fight. Away. You don't got 3 or 4 rounds to make adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make adjustments on the fly.
Yeah. I think next year when Manny, I'm not really sure what his role is going to be in the TBO. I don't know if he's going to be here in San Diego for it. Is he going to be the coach? Is he going to be in it? I'm not really sure, but he's involved.
I shouldn't say much.
You know what's up?
I know a little bit.
Inside source, damn.
I can't talk about it, dog.
Serio?
Yeah.
Like offline?
Maybe.
Or maybe Chewy.
Chewy knows everything.
Yeah. Whatever, bro.
Can't elaborate on that too much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's out of my control.
Besides that, you had the Probox fights, which I only caught a couple of them while waiting for the TBO to come on. Yeah, we were talking about Lester. I don't know. He's now the interim champ at 168. I think I can't remember what organization.
You think it was his opponent? Because when he fought
oh yeah, Billy,
that was a fight for like a war
fight, right?
Sometimes the opponent that they pick for you is not the right opponent, or it just doesn't. The chemistry's not there.
You're right, because I thought the same about Opataya. It wasn't really captivating. Yeah, he showed off his skills and all that stuff, but I wasn't like at the edge of my seat. You know what fight comes to my mind when you think about edge of your seat? the last one that I remember is Divino against Ramirez. The
No,
first
that's a
one.
good
The
fight.
first one.
First one.
I don't know why that fight always comes to my mind when I think about an exciting fight. So I don't know, but you want to talk about what makes boxing exciting?
Yeah.
All right. Should I read the paragraph first?
Sure, go for
Let's
it.
read it. I'm currently reading
A book.
a book.
Can I say who?
Yeah.
Of the great Gaspar Ortega. Who's Gaspar Ortega? Just a contender from the late 50s and early 60s who fought for the world title, who happened to be related to me. He's my grandma's brother, and he was the first big name, well, only name in our family that was up there for the world title. And he, he adopted basically Joe Cortez, raised Joe Cortez as his own, like big brother.
Yeah.
And just having him at home and hearing all the stories of boxing and all that stuff, and knowing how much he's involved and what he did leaving Tijuana to go to New York. And I don't read books, so I know Maggie likes to read, so I had the book forever. I told her, read it and tell me some stories about it. And she's been reading the book, and she tells me things here and there. And there's most of them, like at least more than half of the things I know about, but there's some things I didn't know that she's been telling me about. So go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually just want to read this paragraph real quick. There's so many good things in this book. It's awesome. It's so cool to read about because the book starts with the history of boxing and then it goes into his story. And it's so enticing. There's so many good subjects in this book. However, I just want to read this paragraph real quick because it caught my attention. Okay, so I'll start off. Gaspar's next fight was an 8-rounder at the Garden with Tommy Bartow again. This was his first major co-headlining bout, the first of 3 scheduled 8-rounders in the Garden on a Saturday night. The main event was a match between Jimmy Slade and a 19-year-old light heavyweight sensation named Floyd Patterson. The Slade-Patterson fight was an embarrassment. Patterson chased Slade around the ring, flooring him 5 times and inspiring Robert K. Christenberry, chairman of the New York State Athletic Commission, to withhold Slade's purse pending a hearing. However, the Bartow-Ortega rematch brought the crowd. So what caught my attention in that paragraph was that because the guy was being chased around, Slade, by Patterson, the chairman of the athletic commission was like, I'm going to hold your purse. Yeah. I'm going to not pay you, man, because, what do you think about that? I think that's very, do you think that they should bring that back?
I like it. I love it because it forced fighters to fight, and people are going to be like, oh, you're just hating on certain style fighters or certain crafts. No, at the end of the day, people want to see punches landed, and they do want to see ring generalship. But when you're just running away or over hugging, I use hugging because clinching is, I don't like to use that word. Clinch is you fight out of the clinch. These motherfuckers are hugging to survive. Yeah. So that is what brings the boxing down. That's why all these sports are trying to come up now, like bare knuckle. And the TCBL and now you got you bring all these different sports to they have the ring, the little diamond pattern ring. Everybody's trying to make forced fights now. Yeah. Because boxing has kind of like it went through a awesome stage and then went to like a boring stage and then back to awesome and then back to boring. And right now it seems like it's fighting for its respect. Yeah.
You think about clinching as a tactic, like a strategy, and 2 fights come to my mind. And the second that the hugging stopped, the fight completely turned. The tide turned in the fight. I think number 1 of Caleb Plant against David Benavidez. The first 6 rounds, he was using the clinch as a strategy, so to kind of close the distance and not let David get off on his punches. After the 6th round, I don't remember exactly if he stopped doing it or if David made the adjustment, but I know that the fight completely turned around and you saw what happened, right? Yeah. And the second fight that comes to my mind is Rolly Romero against Pitbull. Yeah. As soon as Thomas Taylor took away the point for hugging, he got knocked out.
The whole fight changed. The whole fight changed. And you know who was notorious for that was the Klitschko brothers.
I didn't get to see
jab, hug. Jab, hug. Jab, clinch.
Haney did that shit too.
Haney was notorious. All these guys, there's no need for that. Just try to figure out that. That's why nobody works on the inside game no more. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
the scariest.
It's not necessary. Like you said, if you're hurt and you use it as kind of like
survival.
Yes. Like trying to
cool with it.
Recuperate. It's one thing, but to use it as a strategical advantage, I mean, it's kind of weird. The whole point is using your fists to, hit and not get hit, not hug. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't.
The times have changed. I also see referees when fighters are clinching.
Mm-hmm.
They tell them to let go, you know. But back in the days, they would hit their hands off of them. Come on, let's go, fight, fight, fight. And you know, there was it's because back then it was entertainment. It was people.
Yeah,
were,
TV
yeah,
slots.
you had to have entertainment, and if you're running, imagine the 50s. If you were running.
Yeah, no, I mean we just we hear about the NY State Athletic Commission
holding back your money.
Yeah. Should that be a thing though? Like, is that too much?
That would make fights more exciting.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like what Zuffa.
Some of these fighters that clinch,
yeah,
they don't realize they're that good, but their fear controls them.
That's true.
They might get knockouts, but they don't know because they're always so fearful. I mean, I say fear because I know it doesn't sound like scared. Big difference, the same thing, but it's a big difference. Fear is like, it keeps you on your edge, and scared just means you won't even react.
Right.
You know, and they're fearful of getting clipped and getting hit, but they might be able to knock the guy out, but they're always clinching them.
Yeah, you don't even
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Were going to say about Zuffa?
Oh, no, I was saying, I guess that's what Zuffa is trying to bring to the table, you know, trying to change the tide on that is like, hey, we want these guys to the best to fight the best and not run from each other, you know, essentially, right? They want exciting fights. But to hold somebody's purse is so interesting and enticing to me, to not pay them or to like, you won't get your money or you only get half of it if you put on a good fight. If you
imagine if
run.
Contracts had that.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Like you have to have a 50 punch minimum per round.
That'd be crazy. That's what I'm saying. Or you'll get a bonus if you, I don't know.
That's what Zuffa's doing, no?
Yeah, something like that.
Bonus for fights.
Yeah.
I remember the amateur tournaments, they would give like team trophy, best win, or best boxer of the night.
Yeah.
And they get a bigger trophy.
Yeah.
Imagine they give bigger money on the fights.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah. That'd be crazy.
Best clincher.
Best clincher. Golly. Oh, man. Okay, so. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. I thought that was a cool part of the book.
Bring it back. Make fighters exciting to watch fights. It's like watching a football game and nobody tackles each other. You know, it's like, come on, dog.
I know, exactly.
Or a baseball game with no home runs.
Exactly. So I guess the same could be said about football. A lot of things have changed in football, right? Like in terms of rules. And you ask the old school people, you're like, dude, football's not what it used to be.
No, it isn't. No, pass interference, all that shit.
But then you have the people that kind of argue against that, saying like, yeah, but these guys were kind of like getting hurt way too often. And
there's a thing about fighters being bigger now, faster.
Yeah. You
know, and they're just the science behind that, you know, training and stuff like that. And it's getting players hurt.
Yeah. So it's
and
weird.
Don't play, dog.
Yeah, it's you know what's crazy? Football is a very... You'd probably be surprised. There's probably more injuries and concussions in football than there is in boxing.
Oh, hell yeah. You got 250-pound men just blasting 170-pound receivers. And
that shit's crazy. Yeah. That's why when I saw that clip of those guys, the two Samoan guys, it's like that new sport where they're just like they're going head to head. It's like two Rams going up against each other and just...
With no cushion for their brain.
No nothing. Just bareback.
Put that on the video, dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to clip that shit. That shit's crazy, man. I don't know what. Yeah, that's probably the worst I've seen as far as like new sports. But yeah. Well, I guess talking about concussions, man. There's a girl who fought. I think it was on the Probox card, if I'm not mistaken, in San Bernardino this past weekend. Her name is Isis Seo. We just found out like a few minutes ago that she came out of the coma, but she was in an induced coma. She's 19 years old. And so there's a little bit of like a controversy behind that because she fought about 7 weeks ago, right? January 30th. And she fought recently, obviously this past Saturday. Both have been first round KOs. However, the one in January was a KO, a body shot. Right, she went down for a body shot and just
never got up.
Didn't get up yet. And this past knockout though looked crazy. You said you saw it too.
Yeah,
right?
I seen it. I saw it, and I remember just thinking, wow, that knockout doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Not knowing the gravidad. How do I say the gravity?
The gravity.
The gravity of the situation. You know. And I remember reading the comments, somebody said, I never seen somebody fake a knockout so bad. And I'm like, motherfuckers, dude. Like, you guys don't even understand, bro. Like, knockouts are bad, especially, and something about seeing a female get knocked out that way, to me, it kind of like bugs me. I know I'm macho shit, but
no, it's true.
it was crazy to see
too.
a young lady get knocked out like that and her head rattling around, when she was down.
Yeah.
Then I found out she had 2 losses or 3 losses, and she was fighting a girl 7-0.
6-0.
6-0, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we have a kid that's 9-1-1, and he couldn't fight a guy 7-1 because we haven't fought in like a while.
Yeah. Commission
shut us down, but they let a fight happen between a girl 6-0 against 1-2.
Yeah, exactly.
And she had just got knocked out too from a body shot. Doesn't matter. She got knocked out. Yep. We don't know how much brain damage, but I guess she also cut weight to a smaller weight, right?
Yes. So she fought the fight January 30th was at 114. I noticed this because if you look at BoxRec, we'll post it up on BoxRec. It kind of gives you all the information about the fight and at what weight and where and all this stuff, right? So both these fights were in the same place.
Don't look it up on BoxRec because they know they're gonna charge us to go on that shit, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are gonna go on there left and right and they're gonna fucking bombard the fucking BoxRec. Like, don't look at it, dog. Cut this shit back, Adam. Don't post this part.
They're gonna you go on Wikipedia.
Everybody goes on it now. I used to feel special when I knew records and shit or when they fought. Now everybody goes on it, dog.
Hey, that's true, huh? And then like when you go on Wikipedia, we need $2 for donation.
Yeah, they always do shit like that, man.
And then you scroll, it's like, don't keep scrolling. But anyway, yeah, she fought at 114, and then this past weekend she fought at 108. That's a lot of that's a big difference. I don't know what her natural weight is, but she definitely looked healthier for the 114 fight, and maybe it was a bad weight cut that kind of she didn't get that hydration all the way back.
I'm sorry, that's because I yawned and Chewy yawned.
It's scientifically proven if you see somebody yawn, you're gonna yawn yourself too.
The thing about cutting that much weight, it affects the brain. And I'm not a doctor. I just heard from a lot of nutritionists and neurologists and people in the business. There's a gel around your brain, and when you dehydrate, that gel tends to it leaves. Eventually, it'll come back from after hydration, but doesn't come back all the way. So when you get hit with shots, your brain rattles in there a little more. Yeah. So your brain hits the skull, and this what causes brain injury or brain.
Yes.
What is that? What's that called? Aneurysms.
Yeah, pretty much like brain bleeds.
So they were trying to protect her from that with the induced coma, right?
I think so. That's what I assumed.
They knew that she had cut a lot of weight. Her team too. Why they let her cut so much and gain some and lose some and gain some? Might be tough to get fights for her, but at the end of the day, it's her health.
Yeah, man. It's a young lady from North Dakota, Dickinson, North Dakota.
Dickinson.
Where
the fuck is Dickinson at?
North Dakota.
Yeah, Dakota. It's not known for boxing out there, so it's tough. She comes out here, fights a girl from this area.
Yeah,
they can fight out here.
Yeah, they can. The girls out
all
here
the major
California.
cities, and not to say that there isn't any fighters in rural, remote areas. There is, but the chances of having a better fighter are in the big cities.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Chuyito probably knows about.
That's why Chewy's here in San Diego from Bakersfield.
It's true, man. You get to see a lot of different styles and stuff. But the little article that I read was from the New York Post, and it didn't have the information as to why she got put into the coma. But I suspect that it's because they didn't want her brain to swell, possibly. But she's out of the coma now, and she is conscious. So that's good news. That's according to the boxing scene, which is the Probox guys. So it's official. She's doing all right. But, I mean, I'm sure that's a very scary situation.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I never want to see, obviously.
Anybody, even people I don't like, I don't want to see.
That's true.
Fuck. That's not when the injury like that, no, never be the same.
Yeah. And I know it seems like we might be contradicting ourselves because you're saying, oh, no, we don't want people clinching. We want people to take risk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of like one of those double-edged swords.
You want to see a fight, an exciting fight. You want the referee to step up and do his job right. But the referee doesn't. I wish the referee, I don't know if. I know for a fact that referees don't know all the database of the fighter being knocked out. They go over it, but they don't extensively see it. Like, oh, he's been hurt to the brain. I think we have to do MRIs every 2 years.
Yeah.
Older fighters get them like that, but younger fighters don't get them. Yeah. MRIs are expensive, but fuck, I mean, at the end of the day, I'd rather pay $500 for an MRI than $20,000 for a funeral.
It's true.
MRIs are so important, or for assistance after that, because one of my favorite fighters ever, Gerald McCullum, suffered a brain injury and he's never the same. Oh, yeah. And I always wondered if people help him.
Yeah.
Because there's no way of him making money no more. He's one of my favorite fighters growing up, Gerald McCullum.
And it's true though. It's crazy. I know. Like I said, I'll repeat it. It seems like we may be contradicting ourselves, but exciting fights don't necessarily mean that you want to see fucking crazy knockouts like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to see high skill level, elite level offense and defense. You know what I mean? And that was a crazy knockout. But
I've always wondered how come nobody's died yet or have brain injuries in the UFC, because you see fighters, their elbows to the head, they get knocked out and they keep hitting them.
They die from weight cuts.
Yeah. I've seen them get fucked up in there, but I've seen people like, I forget the guy's real name, the Iceman. That he doesn't speak well.
He's still out there watching fights. Fucking god damn it, what's his name? I know exactly who you're talking about, and I can't remember. Chuck Liddell. Yeah, Chuck Liddell. Yeah, he's an OG. But I think those guys, they don't really have brain. I think they do have brain injuries, just not to the extent of boxers, because after 8 counts, these guys sometimes keep fighting.
Oh, that's true.
And
that's what saves them. That's what fucks up boxers. The 8 counts.
And then there's some guys, man, that they don't show it. You can't tell. You can't tell that they're still fucked up. Sometimes they'll come back and be like, dude, I don't remember anything past the 4th round. You're like, what do you mean, man?
It happened to me once in a fight.
Yeah?
Yeah. The fighter didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
After the 5th round also.
Yeah. And sometimes you're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? He was conscious. He was talking back
but
to me.
I didn't figure it out till like the 9th, 10th round.
Yeah.
He was not good.
Yeah. What kind of like?
He's like, what round am I in? And he asked me, I told him the 5th, and then he asked me in the 6th, what round am I in? You just fucking asked me the last round, dog.
Yeah.
Like, and then I kept working with him, and then the 8th round, he goes, are we going into the 6th still?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's it, dog.
Yeah.
Can't fight.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. You have to make that call, right?
Yep.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a tough position to be in the corner, man. That's why you got to take this shit seriously. Obviously, this shit is not a game.
Yep.
But yeah, speaking of that, the Ali Reform Act, they're trying to fucking reverse that shit.
Fuck that, dog.
Look, man, I try to do my best to kind of brush up on all this stuff, but these articles, they're great and very in depth, and it's like a lot of reading to do. And but however, what caught our attention with this article is that Bob Arum wrote a letter.
Godfather.
The Bob Father, yeah.
Bob Father.
They're really trying to pretty much hide. Look at this. It freezes.
But she already read it, so just give it to him. The Ali Act is basically,
it's trying to protect fighters. It's trying to protect fighters from the promoters, including, they want to exclude pretty much the information that they put into the contracts. So it's kind of like they want to prohibit them from disclosing all the information that's in the financial information that's in the contracts, which is crazy. Like, for example, they want to tie you up with 6 years of contracts, or you're not fighting, and it's pretty shitty. Put it that way. I don't know who's trying to reverse that shit. I don't know why they would want to exclude information.
She doesn't want to say it. I'll say it. SUFA wants to exclude fighters being informed on how much money they can make. They want to have a reform. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
On what you should know and shouldn't know. And that's not cool. At the end of the day, it's like fighters should be able to make as much as possible than the guys putting the fights together.
Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise you run into situations like, as they mentioned here, Don King and Tyson, where he was paying his whole family with Tyson's money pretty much. And he didn't know, because you can hide it and say the money's going this way when it's actually not,
And Don King did all that with the Ali Act.
Yeah.
Imagine what they now do with no Ali Act.
With the reform. Yeah, I find it strange that they would want to reform, or they would want to...
but it's a public record for Mike Tyson of Don King.
Yeah.
Because of it's open.
That's crazy. He only got 14. I mean, I know we're talking about like a shit ton of money, like, oh, it's $14 million, but that's like pretty much 10% of what was originally taken from him. And
it was 10% in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
That 14 million now is not... 14 million in the 80s was a lot more than it is now.
Way more, for sure. Especially in gas money, man.
And food.
Yeah. It's crazy. So, yeah.
So I'm so happy Bob Arum is with DAZN.
Bob Arum is a guy, man. I think he's absolutely worth listening to because he's been in the game for over 60 years, man. You got to think about guys. So I wrote it down right here. Guys that he has promoted: Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao, De La Hoya, Sugar Ray, and that is just to name a few. So he knows what he's talking about. So if he is writing letters,
he built Shakur. He built Abdullah Mason, Keyshawn. I mean, he is good at what he does.
You know, that guy is. Even though he has all his faculties still, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah. Even though he's like 90 something, man. Yeah. I listened to an interview of his recent talking about Keyshawn and giving his take on these young guys. He knows what's up. So I don't know. I like to actually like do a deep dive on all this stuff and give better information because it's really a lot of information, man.
We'll touch on this soon.
Yeah, we will.
And you guys put back your feedback on the comments. What you guys think about? You guys think I'm overreacting of Sufa because I'm like I don't know yet, and Maggie's more like she's open minded to it. Mm-hmm. So I am too. I don't know. When you've been a dirtbag in a different promotion company, what I mean by dirtbag is paying your guys a little bit of money. Why would you change it coming over here now? And I'm over here.
Yeah,
my fighters are over here, and people who I know that are fighting are here.
Yeah,
coaches, and I want to see everybody get a fair shake. And I want to see people be very well off.
Yeah,
you know, and I don't want somebody who is notorious. If you're bad somewhere else, you're gonna be bad right here.
Yeah, I don't understand how. I think, and I can only say this in Spanish. Va a echar de enemigo one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Because the guys
it's gonna make a lot of enemies. Translation.
Yeah. The guys in the UFC. It's like you can
They're
already
hear
them there. I can hear the noise already, man. Like, and I mean, it's fucked up because they are making enough money. They sell not anymore in pay-per-views, but they were selling pay-per-views. They make a lot of gate money, you know, because they sell out pretty much no matter where they go. So yeah, where's this money going? You won't know because they don't have to disclose that to you.
Ali Act.
Yeah, those guys they don't get none of that disclosure.
The rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
Oh man,
remember that, guys.
Vote for me. Yeah,
vote for Vargas.
Vote for Vargas.
I'll have unlimited Hawaiian punch in the water fountains.
Ooh, like Mr. Deeds. I am very, very sneaky.
Are we betting again?
We are. You down?
First, tell me who you're going for.
I'm going for Thurman.
Oh, I'm going for Fundora. That's good.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I actually think that he's going to pull off an upset.
You know what? If Thurman did, I wouldn't be surprised. He's a dog. I love his sense of humor. I love the way he conducts himself. He was very approachable when we talked to him.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hung out with him and at the MGM. And yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him win. I just feel like Fundora is just going up. His stock is going up. He's getting more comfortable. He's getting at an age where he's getting stronger.
He is.
And yeah, he's been knocked out. But, you know, it can happen to anybody. That's the risk you take fighting people, you know? And shout out to Fundora, his dad, his sister, everybody, man.
Yeah.
Like, I wish them all the success. And Thurman, he's brought a lot of pleasure to me as a fan. So,
yeah. I
mean, but on this one, I got to roll with Fundora.
How cool is that? Your daughter just defended her belt last week, and now
I was like, my daughter don't fight.
As the dad, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He was like, as the dad, you know, his daughter just defended her belt in great fashion, a weekend back, and now entering this weekend, his son is about to defend his belt against one of the best fighters that division has seen. And I say that the only guy he ever lost to was Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
He's 31-1. Yes, he may be older, but he's very, very experienced, and he's a guy who upset his last opponent was an Australian kid that he upset in his own backyard. And I think he was undefeated, if I'm not mistaken, or only had one loss. So if anybody can do it, it's absolutely Keith Thurman one time.
But look at Fundora, I'm not comparing him to Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao's a 5'5" southpaw, explosive speed, nonstop, but he was uphill already.
Yeah, that's
Fundora
true.
is a tall, massive southpaw.
Yeah.
That is not as fast, not even half as fast as Pacquiao, but his shots come from angles you don't see because of his wingspan.
And it's so crazy how a guy with that much reach is willing to trade inside.
You don't give a shit.
He doesn't care.
It's Califas, dog.
That's pretty. It's pretty. What do you do?
That's what makes him exciting. There's a chance to beat him.
Yeah.
That's what makes him watchable.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw that knockout that I rewatched it. The Brian Mendoza.
How come he didn't fight?
He's fighting on his undercard.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm always big about rematches, dog. Why not that one?
Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe that's what he's like working towards.
Maybe.
Yeah, because that knockout was crazy. Huh?
If he knocks him out
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy because the way he went down, it was just like one of those shots where he like stepped in. I don't know if he worked on kind of reaching with that hook, but it landed right on the button. That was crazy.
I love when it happens and they say, that's the way I planned it.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, you didn't. You got lucky.
did it, motherfucker.
You don't get lucky in boxing because you train to throw punches and you train to block.
Yeah.
But he took a risk.
Yeah, he did. He did take a risk and it landed. And wow, what a fight. And then he lost to Bohachuk. And then Bohachuk lost to Brandon Adams. And it's crazy, man. That division is fire. That division is fire.
So yeah. I'm going to keep this money here. You guys will know.
I'm going to keep Thurman.
Thurman it is.
It's for the excitement of that dollar.
Holler.
Yeah.
Thank you, holler.
Looks better right here. It was here for a long time.
Sure was, bud.
But anyway, yeah, the undercard didn't seem that, I don't know. I didn't brush up too much on it. It was like, okay. So, yeah, it is. And, yeah, that's that for the fights. Let's see. That's the last big card of this month.
Cool.
We say goodbye to March already.
Hello, April.
Hello, April. That's crazy, huh? Wow.
Just a quick reminder, guys. I'm gonna be pitching it all week, but April 18th. Help me out, okay? Because I might forget. Jose Cholet. Kyle Irwin. Julius Ballo.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Mansour.
Yes. Daniel Morales.
I
forget the kid's last name.
Frankie Garcia.
Frankie Garcia. First name Angel.
Ornelas.
Johnny Ornelas.
And many more.
Yeah.
San Diego special fighters. Now, I'm using San Diego because this is where the podcast is filmed. This is where we're at. We'll be fighting at the Front Wave Arena in San Diego.
Oside.
San Diego County. Oside. Thanks for that.
Fucking Kyle's going to be like,
Oside, fool.
Kyle Irwin.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, that'll be a stacked show of all local kids fighting here in Oceanside. And it's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
it's gonna just fill the house, guys. There's 3,000 seats. We'll put the
yeah, yes.
What's that called?
We'll put it up there. The poster?
No,
the post.
The barcode.
The QR code.
QR code for Jose and Kyle. You guys purchase tickets and come support, man. There'll be some exciting fights.
It's gonna be some great fights, man. Treat, are you going to the fights or what?
Oh wait, we have a kid. This kid I really admire, man. There's a little youngster from Bakersfield.
Oh yeah.
He, I've been talking to him for like a year already, and he came and he fought one day at the gym, and something captivated me about that little fucking kid, man. I just kept staring at him, and I was like, damn, this little kid's pretty good, and I guess he recognized me from some videos that I do, and he asked me for a picture, and I'm like, yeah, fuck hell yeah, and I took a picture with him, and then I started staying in contact with his dad, and we're talking about boxing advice, and he came and trained a couple of times, and he fought with a broken hand. He knew his hand was injured. He didn't pull out of the card. And if I know that makes any coach mad, because I'd be like, "Well, come you didn't tell me?" But I admired that because he showed what some of you guys lack out there. He has an awesome father. I never met his mom. Maggie has met the mom.
Yeah, great parents, man. They did a great job with this
great
kid.
Family. Chewy, put your face in the camera so they can see you, dog. Get a little bit more in front. I don't know if they can see you from that angle.
Put your face all up in there, man.
There you go, dog. That's little Chewy right there. This little youngster is 13. He'll be 14. He left his home, talked to his dad, says, I want to go to San Diego. Is living with Coach Mags, training with us, training twice a day to reach his goals. Come on now. If you don't admire that, we're going to be talking about this story in about 4 or 5 years with this kid.
Yeah.
Watch. He'll be signed to a big company. He'll be doing smashing people.
Smash.
On that note, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment,
Yeah.
share, and what did Ernie say?
Hype it up.
Hype it up, cut.
Hype it up, cut.
Is there a button for the hype up?
I don't know. He said he went on there and he couldn't find it.
Well, hype
Whatever.
it up.
Hype that shit up.
Thanks, Ernie.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, I think the words, but sometimes they don't come out of my mouth no good.